Episode 9 of F4 Thailand. Boys Over Flowers lands Lita on top of Gorya at Time's party. And not only that, she manages to rip Gorya's dress. Meanwhile, Time's mother, Rosalind, announces his engagement to Lita, which sends the news into overdrive. Appalled, Time tries to argue with his mother, but her flunkies start to drag him away. F3 think fast, and throw him some car keys to make an escape. With all the flashing lights, he grabs Lita's hand instead of Gorya's and dashes away. Once he realizes his gaffe, he kicks her out of the car. But she demands he take her home and jumps on his back. Biting his ear for emphasis, she also discovers an erogenous zone that he denies, of course. At the party, Lita's parents apologize for her behavior and Rosalind uses it as an opportunity to unsettle Gorya. Her press interviews make it sound like the two chose each other, but popular thinking is that it's a business merger. At school, Gorya refuses Time's call as the class meanies make fun of her. She heads to the roof to shout, and finds Tally in Ren's spot. They watch Lita jump over the wall onto school grounds. Time catches Gorya, but blames her instead of apologizing. It doesn't go well. And Gorya helps Lita hide from security. Lita brings a dress, to replace the one she ruined at the party. Her methods of persuasion seem uncannily like Time's. Gorya arrives home to Time and Glackow ready for dinner. She and Time bicker about his engagement, but he receives his birthday cookies. However, he runs off upon seeing a news report. F3 are reading the same thing, and connected to Rosalind's plans. Whereas she's saying the timing will ensure that everything goes as planned. The next day, Time disturbs Ren's sleep demanding he admire the magnificence of Gorya-made cookies in his likeness. They discuss the news from the previous evening and Time indicates he has a plan. At the flower shop, MJ and Kevin duck in to get a break from their date with Lita. She'd rather hang with Gorya, so they hit the mall, and then on to Gorya's house. Lita confesses her parents arrange everything for her, even friends. They talk of the engagement and Gorya claims she and Time are just friends. Moments later he appears, and bickers with Lita more than Gorya as she helplessly watches. At the flower shop, Kevin helps Kaning finish up, and they share a snack. He wipes yogurt from the tip of her nose, causing a heart-fluttering moment. But the conversation goes more somber as he explains Rosalind's clever choice in Lita. Apart from her standing, she's a girl Time might actually like. The following morning, Lita heads off in a cab, having spent the night at Gorya's. Time, with an incredibly sullen face, asks Gorya to trust and wait for him. The news announces the death of Thailand's wealthiest businessman and corporate wheels are put in motion. Time appears at home, just as his mother anticipated. Kaning and Gorya provide flowers for the funeral service and Kevin sagely explains why business is so important at that very moment. He advises Gorya to pay attention. F4 attends the funeral with their families, but Time appears with Lita as Rosalind is in Singapore. Things start to fall into place for Gorya as someone hands her a glass to clear away. Outside, Ren talks to Gorya of the 1% while inside, Lita teases Kevin and MJ. Afterwards, Time talks to Lita about breaking the engagement. While, Ren notes to Gorya that what's been set in motion is more than just a relationship between Lita and Time. Time confesses to Lita that he's in love with someone else. And Gorya tells Ren she believes that Time will find a way. Unhelpfully, Ren points out that the worrisome part of the operation is Lita, as no one knows how she feels. After the funeral, Gorya and Lita chat about the event. Lita says she wants to be able to help Time, and asks about love. Gorya says she can't imagine marrying someone she doesn't love. But Lita believes that one day she will love Time and perhaps she already does. As Gorya arrives home, Tale calls with the offer of an easy job. They hold places in line for a shop opening and talk about rich people. He suggests that there's a line between the classes with which they'll just have to live. The next morning, she finds Time asleep in her courtyard. He's arrived for a send-off for Glackow who's heading to his parents'. Jokingly, Time complains about business meetings, but Gorya tells him Lita is a perfect match for him. Time drags Gorya outside for a private chat, telling her they can get through it. But she claims exhaustion, and pushes him back toward Lita. Then his family's security team arrives, having been alerted by Gorya. As they drag Time away, Glackow too takes in what's happening. Later, Gorya sees him off at the train, but Glackow can't stop himself from wishing Time were there too. As Gorya reflects on having put things back to rights, Time waits for Lita. The episode ending explained. This is the hour where Gorya loses confidence. The colossal nature of events in the Thai business world have an impact on Time's sphere, now that he's 18, engaged and in line for the family business. And Lita seems to be the perfect match. So, while Time spends the episode stamping out fires and trying to hold family matters at bay, while still being part of Gorya's life, she falters. How could he not be broken as she sends him back? Interestingly, the whole thing became not only a lesson in reality for Gorya, but a teaching moment for younger Blackout too. He may have spoken about the silly day-to-day things, but he looked like he was taking in the bigger picture as well. Ren plays a significant role in Gorya's wobble. In the first scene he believes time will prevail. But now that things have shifted and swelled, even with Time's love completely solid, he pinpoints Lita as the X factor. When Lita tells Gorya that she sees something special in Time, Gorya is drop-kicked into reality. She's not that girl, and so very unprepared for the life for which Time was bred. So as Gorya takes in the events of the episode, she dashes back to her corner, where the rules are more familiar. We noted in last week's review that it lacked emotional impact. We now see what we were gearing up to in this one. You can feel the trepidation in each conversation as all the key characters are faced with reality way beyond the things they can control, or reason out or solve with family influence. The game has gotten weightier. And our star players are on the bench. What next? F4 Thailand. Don't forget to comment in box.